Life is full of unexpected twists, challenges, and adversity. From small, everyday setbacks to major crises, everyone faces adversity. However, how we respond to these challenges determines our ability to not only survive, but to thrive. This is where the concept of resilience comes into play. It is not an innate quality that only a select few possess, but a skill that can and should be developed. Resilience is the ability to adapt to stress and adversity, to bounce back from setbacks and to emerge stronger and wiser. It is not the absence of problems, but the availability of resources and strategies to overcome them. This is seeing unlimited greatness. The world around us is constantly changing, and in such uncertain times, it is especially important to have inner support. Traditionally, we have been taught to avoid difficulties or to consider them a sign of weakness. However, modern psychology shows that it is through overcoming obstacles that we grow and develop. People with high resilience are not necessarily fearless or invulnerable. They simply have the tools to respond effectively to pain and disappointment. They view failure as a learning opportunity, not a final judgment. Developing resilience is an investment in our future, allowing us to remain balanced and optimistic even in the most challenging circumstances. Components of inner resilience. Resilience is made up of several interrelated components that can be actively developed: self-awareness and emotional regulation. The first step to resilience is understanding your own emotions and reactions to stress. This includes the ability to recognize how you feel and the ability to manage those emotions effectively. Rather than suppressing or ignoring negative feelings, resilient people allow themselves to experience them without letting them overwhelm them. They use strategies such as mindfulness, breathing exercises, physical activity, or journaling to process and regulate emotions, positive thinking, and optimism. Resilience does not mean ignoring reality, but includes the ability to see opportunities even in difficult situations. This is not naive optimism, but a realistic view that involves believing in your own strength and ability to change the situation for the better. Focusing on what you can control and accepting what is beyond your control helps you maintain a positive outlook, self-efficacy, and self-confidence. Believing in your ability to cope with challenges is a key element of resilience. This feeling comes from successfully overcoming difficulties in the past. Each time you successfully cope with a problem, your confidence grows, creating a kind of bank of successful strategies that you can turn to in the future. Social support and connections. Humans are social creatures, and strong supportive relationships play a critical role in resilience. Having family, friends, or a community to turn to for help, advice, or just emotional support significantly reduces the impact of stress. Openness to requests for help and the ability to set healthy boundaries in relationships are also important. Adaptability and flexibility. The ability to quickly adapt to changing circumstances and be flexible in thinking and behavior is a hallmark of resilient people. They don't cling to old methods if they don't work and are willing to try new approaches. This includes letting go of what doesn't serve you and being open to new possibilities. Strategies for building resilience. You can develop inner resilience through intentional practices and mindset shifts. Mindfulness practice. Learn to be present in the present moment, noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This helps reduce anxiety and improve emotional regulation. Meditation, yoga, or simply paying attention to the world around you can be helpful. Develop problem-solving skills. Instead of avoiding problems, learn to approach them systematically. Break a big problem down into small, manageable steps and develop an action plan. Each successful step builds your confidence. Cultivate gratitude. Regularly notice what you are grateful for, even during difficult times. This helps shift your focus from the negative to the positive and improves overall well-being. Taking care of your physical health, getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, and exercising regularly are the foundation for mental health and resilience. A healthy body is a strong foundation for a resilient mind. Finding meaning and purpose. Having a clear purpose or meaning in life helps you get through difficult times because you see them as part of a greater journey. This could be related to personal values, work, hobbies, or helping others. Learn and practice coping strategy. Identify your personal coping mechanism. These may include talking to loved ones, reading, hobbies, humor, music, or creativity. Actively use these strategies when you face challenges. Build a support network. Actively develop and maintain relationships with people who inspire you, support you, and are willing to listen. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Embrace and learn from mistakes. View failures not as the end of the world, but as valuable lesson. Analyze what went wrong and how you can do things differently in the future. This helps you avoid repeating mistakes and promotes growth. Cultivating inner resilience is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It is a journey in which every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow and strengthen. The more we practice these strategies, the more resilient we become, allowing us not only to cope with adversity, but to truly thrive in life. Resilience and post-traumatic growth. An important aspect of resilience is its connection to the phenomenon of post-traumatic growth. While PTSD is a negative consequence of trauma, post-traumatic growth is the positive psychological changes that occur as a result of coping with significant life crises. People who have experienced traumas such as loss of loved ones, serious illnesses, or disasters often report changes such as increased appreciation for life. After a crisis, many people begin to appreciate each day more and the little things that previously seemed insignificant. Strengthening relationships. Going through difficult times with loved ones can greatly strengthen emotional bonds and show who is your true support system, opening up to new opportunities. Traumatic events can change life paths, opening doors to new careers, hobbies, or social connections that might not have been considered otherwise. Change in self-image. People may realize an inner strength they never knew they had, leading to increased self-esteem and confidence. Spiritual development. Crises often force people to reflect on the meaning of life, death, and values, which can lead to profound spiritual insights and a change in worldview. Resilience is a prerequisite for post-traumatic growth. It allows a person to go through trauma without breaking down and create the conditions for subsequent growth. This does not mean that trauma is desirable, but it highlights the amazing ability of the human spirit to find meaning and strength even in the darkest moment. Resilience in the modern world. In a rapidly changing and often unpredictable world, developing resilience is becoming not just a personal choice, but a necessary skill for survival and prosperity. Global crises, economic fluctuations, rapid technological progress that requires constant adaptation. All this creates an increased need for the ability to cope with uncertainty. The importance of resilience training is increasingly recognized in schools and workplaces. Programs to develop emotional intelligence, stress management, and positive psychology are becoming an integral part of education and corporate training. The goal is not only to help people cope with adversity, but also to help them see it as an opportunity to grow, be more adaptive to change, and maintain their mental health in any situation. Finally, it is important to remember that resilience is not a static state, but a dynamic process. We do not become resilient once and for all. It is an ongoing practice that requires attention and effort. But the reward, the ability to not just survive, but to live a full, meaningful life despite all its challenges, is truly priceless.
If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can, for you and for the world around us.